Hi, this is Kramer and welcome to EasyRoboPro, where we make the concepts of robotics and programming easy and simple for you. In this video, we are going to talk about weird things about Python. What's so strange and unusual about this programming language which is different from other languages? Let's get started.
Unusual fact number 1. In Python, multiple assignment in one statement is allowed. Now let us take an example of a program where we swap two numbers. What we normally do is we'll create two variables, say a and b, with some values, say 5 and 10. We'll print them before swap, so we'll get the values of 5 and 10. Then we'll use the third variable to swap them. So the logic would be c is equal to a is equal to b, and b is equal to c. Now after that we can print the new value of a and b. When I run this code, I'll get the desired output of before swap and after swap. Now Python has something very different. The whole thing of the logic of using the third variable can be removed, and we can just do things in one line by just saying a comma b is equal to b comma a, which means the current value of b is assigned to a, and at the same time the current value of a is assigned to b, and the values get swapped. Now this is something very unusual. Unusual fact number 2. In Python, a function can return multiple values, which means if we take an example here, I have a function multiple value which is returning 3 values, 3, 5 and 7. When I call this function, I have 3 variables a, b and c which can take this returned value of 3, 5 and 7. And when I print this a, b, c, I'll get the values of 3, 5 and 7. Now in any programming language, you will have functions returning only one value. But this is something very unusual where Python allows to return multiple values by a function. Unusual fact number 3. In Python, we can store positive infinity value and negative infinity value. To showcase this, we have an example where x is a positive infinity value and it is going to be greater than any of these numbers. And y is a negative infinity value which is going to be less than any of these numbers. So when I run this code, I'll have positive infinity and negative infinity as my output. Unusual fact number 4. In Python, chaining of comparison operator is allowed, which means that if I have an example where I have to take input marks from the user, and if the marks is between 0 and 39, it is a fail grade. Between 40 to 59, it's grade B. Between 60 to 80, it will be grade A. Now, normally in any programming language, we'll write something like this. If m, which is an input from the user, is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 39, then print fail. If m is greater than equal to 40 and less than equal to 59, it is grade B. If m greater than equal to 60 and m less than equal to 80, then we print grade A. Now the same thing in Python is allowed to be done in this particular fashion, where we can write 0 less than equal to m less than equal to 39, or 40 less than equal to m is less than equal to 59. This is something unusual. Fact number 5. In Python, an else block is allowed with for or while. Normally in all programming language, an else block is allowed only with if statement. But in Python, we can use it with a loop like for or while. Let us take an example where we have a loop, a for loop which prints 1 to 4 by saying for I in range 1, 5 print I. Along with this, we have an else block which prints I. Now this else will execute only if this for loop executes successfully and completes all iteration without a break. So when I run this code, I'll get an output of 1, 2, 3, 4 because of the for loop, and since the last value of I is 4, I'll get again an output of 4 because of this else block. Now if I have a break statement in between, like in this example, when I becomes 3, 3 mod 3 is equal to 0 and it will break. So this for loop is going to terminate abruptly because of this break statement, and hence this else block will not execute. So when I run this code, it will just give me the output of 1, 2 and 3, and this will not be printed. Similarly, an else block can also be used with an while loop as shown in this program. Unusual fact number 6 is regarding the scope of the variable and the usage in the function. Now let us take an example where I have declared a variable x with the value 5. I'm calling a function, and in this function I'm going to utilize the value of x, where y is equal to x plus 20. In any other programming language, this would have been an error saying that x is not defined in the scope. But Python allows x to be a read-only value in this function, which means the value of y will become 5 plus 20 and the output will be 25. This is something very unusual, that we have a read-only value in a function, which means that I can read but I can't modify the value of x. If you want to modify the value of x, then you have to declare it in the function as a global or global x variable, and then you can modify the value of x. This would print 15 in the output as shown. Now this is not there in any programming language. Unusual fact number 7 is regarding the operator called as slicing operator, which is new and a very useful operator in Python. Now let us take an example of a list which contains the value 5, 10, 15 and 20. When I am using the operator say list of 0:3, which means it will give me the first 3 values starting with the index 0. So I'll get an output of 5, 10, 15. If I'm saying 1:, which means it will give me all the values starting with index number 1 in the list. So I'll get the values as 10, 15 and 20 in the output. When I say the operator -1, which means it will reverse the list and it will give me the value of 20, 15, 10 and 5. Now this is something unusual and a very helpful operator in Python. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell icon. You can also visit our site www.easyrobopro.com. Thank you.